Tony Moran on the Fish Bowl. Welcome. Thank you for taking the time to swim in the bowl with me.
My pleasure.
My first question for you is, what are some of your favorite films?
Godfather. Horror movie is Psycho. Even though it's technically not termed a horror movie, Rear Window by Hitchcock.
Great movie.
Yeah, I think it's like a horror movie,
Right.
and that's one of my favorites. We Were Soldiers. Love that.
That's a great movie.
Great movie. And Fast Times at Ridgemont High. You know, that's one of my favorites. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. There's a few. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, what was it like being Michael Myers and working with John Carpenter?
It was a lot of fun. A blast. He is an extremely intelligent guy, and he and talented, of course. But he also made everybody feel like it was just a real relaxed, fun time. You know, even though he was under tremendous stress. He made it feel like it was okay, everything's fun, and don't worry about it, everything's gonna be good. You know, so it was a good time. Good time.
Awesome, awesome. Did you take any steps to get into the role or anything, or did Carpenter give you guidance or anything
Yeah,
on,
no,
on what he wanted?
yeah, I did. They told me what was going on, and I never saw a script, so because I didn't have any lines, you know. So um, he had talked to me about the part, and then I thought about it on my own for a while, and then he came back, and we talked about it, and we were on the same page. So it was like, okay, cool, yeah, got it.
Awesome, awesome. What do you think of the sequels that followed?
You know, I only really saw Halloween 1 and Halloween 2
Okay.
because those are the only two that I was involved with. I saw Season of the Witch, but that really was a completely different thing.
Right.
All the other sequels I never really saw. So I did see the sequel, you know, in 2018.
Okay, okay.
I never saw Rob Zombie's take, and I'm a fan of his. His music, I really like his music and his movies, most of his movies. But I refuse to see, you know, his take on Halloween. I just refuse to.
I can totally understand that. In my opinion, I wasn't the biggest fan of his take on
His
it.
take on
I thought it kind of took away from what the original films were about, especially with
what I heard
Michael Myers and everything. But
and the mystery.
the mystery, yeah, exactly. But I'm a huge fan of his music as well. I've seen him live once before.
Yep.
Great show, great show.
Absolutely.
I'm also a big Alice Cooper fan, and I kind of like view Rob Zombie as like the modern day Alice Cooper.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I never thought of that. Yeah.
You know, he does the whole makeup
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the theatrics and everything,
Right.
and
Right.
really cool stuff.
Exactly.
My next question for you is, what was it? What was it like? What was the difference between the production of Halloween 1 and Halloween 2?
Well, Halloween 2, you know, I got the credit for being Michael Myers in it, but I never stepped foot on the set.
Okay.
What they did was they asked me to do Halloween 2, and I said no because I didn't want to wear a mask again. Just, you know, I'm an actor, you know, I'm not, you know. So they said, okay, well, can we use the footage of you from Halloween 1 and put it in Halloween 2, and we'll pay you. And I said, and give you the credit. I'm like, sure, sounds good to me, you know. So that's how I got the credit for Halloween 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know anything going on with the mask and how it was being formed? Okay.
I mean, even on the interview for the role, they didn't tell. They didn't even talk to me about the movie at all. They didn't say anything about the movie. They just talked to me about my life and shit. You know, it was only 10 minutes interview. I didn't know I had to wear a mask until I got to the set.
Okay. Very cool. Very
Well,
cool.
it wasn't very cool.
Oh, sorry.
You know, it wasn't very cool. It was like a shock. You know?
Okay.
But the mask, how that came about was, you know, they had the clown mask when he was 6
Right.
years old. They knew for sure they wanted to use that clown mask when he was 6. They knew that. But they also knew that they didn't want to use that mask when Michael Myers got older. They just had no idea what mask they wanted to use. So Tommy Lee Wallace, who did the closet scene, he was an editor and the set designer and all that stuff. He was in charge of, you know, going around Hollywood to costume stores and Halloween stores and trying to find something. They just didn't have a clue what they wanted. And he stumbled across the mask of William Shatner and thought it would be pretty cool because there's really nothing to it. It's kind of like blank, you know?
Right.
And plus they were only $1.89 a piece. They're cheap. So that's how that mask came about.
Awesome.
Yeah. And
Very-
so they modified the eyebrows and the sideburns, painted it white, you know, and that's the rest is like legend, history.
Right, right. Awesome, awesome. My last question that I wanted to ask you is if you had any upcoming projects to promote.
Yeah, well, I did a movie last year called Clown Motel, or a year and a half ago, or whatever it was, and it became a really big success. And so they want me in the sequel, so I'm doing that in May, you know. And, you know, I do the conventions and everything. I do, you know, anywhere between 2 to 4 independent movies a year, which I love doing, you know, because it's completely different than Hollywood, you know. It's a blast. It's always a blast, you know. So, but the very next one is Clown Motel 2 or whatever it's going to be called.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Tony, thank you so much for taking the time to swim in the bowl with me. I hope the temperature was just right.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.